Not gonna lie. Let me make sure there's nothing on my face, because every time I be making a video, I be having nonsense on my face. But what's good, y'all? We back with another video. Back with another one. I just left the gym. That's why I got my muscles out. Things of that nature. But today I wanted to talk about like something that I feel like is important, and that's going ghost. Taking a break from like the everyday things that you do. Taking a break from letting people see you. Taking a break from giving them access to you. Because like, think about it. The more you're seen, the less valuable you are. And the last thing that you want to do in life is oversaturate yourself. You gotta give people time to miss you. You gotta give people time to be like, okay, where is he at? Where is he at? What they got going on? What they doing? Leave a mystery behind you. It makes you more interesting. It makes people want to be around you more. It makes you want to work on yourself more when you going ghost. Because then you could cut out all the distractions and really lock in. And who don't want to lock in? Who don't want to be like literally all that they can be? Like, I be seeing some people, and then they be like depressed because they feel like they're not where they want to be, or they feel like they're not accomplishing the things that they're accomplishing. But it's like, bro, I was watching a Myron Golden video last night, and basically what he was saying is people have the access to things right in front of them, but they're not able to access it in their mind, to access the things that's in front of them. Like, you could have the materials and the tools in front of you, but if you don't know how to use them, you won't be able to use them. And you can't learn what you have if you don't focus on yourself. You can't learn what you have if you're not working on you, if you're not learning yourself, if you're not trying to build. For me, like, life is literally all about building. For me, build a career, you build a house, you build a family, you build a relationship with someone. Like, you build yourself up. Everything is about building. So it's like, everything that you do, you got to look at it and say, how can I build from it? How can I progress from it? How can I elevate from it? And if it's something that's dragging you down, even though it might be fun, you might have to let it go. Even though it might be the most interesting thing in your life, it might not be good for you. And I feel like with that, it's just a matter of discipline. It's a matter of like respecting yourself and respecting what you want for yourself. Because at the same time, some people are okay with like the way they are, and they're okay with who they are. So it's really up to you. If you're the type of person, you got goals, you got things that you want to accomplish, then for me, you gotta go ghost. You have to. And you gotta figure out your purpose. You gotta figure out why God put you here. Because if you're too busy living life and living like in this like desireful world and living pleasureful, you're never gonna build discipline. You're never gonna build structure in your life. You feel me? Like me, like I be texting girls here and there, but I'm not active sexually. For me, I'm not doing any drugs. I'm not I'm not spending unnecessary money. I'm just trying to work on being better all around. And it's like those type of things people prioritize spending money unresponsibly, whether it's on designer or things that impress other people. People prioritize sex for whatever reason. They feel like they gotta do it. Men feel like they have to sleep with multiple girls to feel good about themselves, and that's not the case. It's really not the case. And it's weird because like when I tell people that, they try to make it seem like I'm homo, or like, I don't know, like all types of like weird stuff. So it's like, it really makes me think like the stuff that people prioritize is wrong. Because here I am feeling like a great guy. I feel the best of myself, and I don't sleep with multiple women. For me, I don't have to do that to feel prideful about myself. I could wake up in my own skin and be cool. But that's because I've built myself up to that, you know. And I'm don't get me wrong, I'm nowhere near finished. You know, I'm still on my journey. It's still things that I lack. It's still things that I might be insecure about. But it's like, you just gotta love yourself. And when you start to love yourself and you start to put yourself first, like, your life will change. Your life will build around it. And good things will start to come into your life once you produce good energy. If you just provide bad energy into the world, bad energy gonna come back. Bad karma gonna come back. Karma's a real thing. So you gotta move intentionally with everything that you do. You gotta treat people right. You know, treat yourself right. Treat the world right. Because, like, the more I learn about God, the more I learn that, honestly, we're not even supposed to cause harm to each other. Like, literally, we're not supposed to be on earth fighting, beefing, and, you know, carrying on the way we do it. That's the devil. You know, we're like, humans are like literally the closest thing to God. We're like God-like creations. You know, we're the closest thing to Him, other besides like animals and stuff like that. So it's like, you have to live like God. You know, God would never curse somebody out. You know, God would never let somebody mess up His energy. He would never do wrong by people. It's just, you get what you deserve. So if you're constantly doing wrong in your life, you're constantly doing wrong by people, that's what you deserve. If you're constantly cheating, or, you know, you messing with multiple girls and you're looking for love, the person that you're looking for love with is going to be the same person as you. So when you're going through the things that you're going through, you kind of have to reflect and say, well, you know, these are my decisions. You know, because you choose the people that you choose to be with. You see yourself in them. You know, like, if you feel like you want somebody that's caring, you want somebody that's loving, you want somebody that treats you good, it's because that's what you want to offer. Now, if you just want to sleep with somebody and you just want to kick it and things like that, you're going to look for somebody that just want to kick it because you don't want to be too attached. So it's like, that's everything. Everything you do, you have to think like that. And you won't really realize a lot of this stuff unless you take time to yourself. Take time away from your phone. Take time away from friends that might not be good for you. Take time away from habits that, you know, might be hurting you. You know, smoking. You know, I used to smoke a lot, but at the same time, it felt good, but it's not good for me. You know, no type of smoke that goes into your lungs is good for you. And that's why when people are like in fires and stuff like that, they die just off of like not being able to breathe because it's smoke in their lungs. So why do we feel like we could just hit a blunt and it be smoke in our lungs and we're okay? Like, that's not okay for me. And I'm not saying I'm never gonna do it again, because I'd be pretty hypocritical for me. But, you know, I am putting that down for a very long time in my life. I will not be doing any of those things just because I want to be better. You know, when I wake up, I want to feel healthy. I want to feel like my best self. I want to feel strong. I want to feel like I could take down anything. And that's how you gotta live, bro. Because people back in the day, people like during the Stone Age, like, they probably was the most healthiest because they didn't have the things that we have now. They weren't lazy. They went out. When they wanted food, they hunted food. You know, when they wanted fire, they had to make a fire. You know, things like that. It's like that's what makes them different. They lived in the real world. Like, right now, I'm sitting outside in the real world. When I'm in my home, I'm not in the real world. Feel me? You're in your home, you're safe, you know, you're away from the world for a second. But when you're out here, it's like this is what it really is. So if you can't function outside, you can't, for me, get what you need to get done outside, then how you ever gonna make progress? How you ever gonna elevate? How you ever gonna be able to say, you know what, I came a long way, instead of saying, you know what, I feel like my life won't change, I feel like I'm depressed, I feel like God is doing wrong by me and things like that. Because in all reality, God is not doing wrong by you. God is not doing wrong by you. You're doing wrong by yourself. You can't expect to have patterns that lead to destruction. You can't expect to continue in patterns that lead to destruction and expect good outcomes. You can't. That would never work. And if you want your life to be better, you have to make it better, bro. Like, people keep trying to blame God and blame their parents and blame they peoples and blame everybody but themselves for the way their life is. You know, granted, you born into a situation, but at the same time, it's up to you to change that, bro. Like, it's like I was watching a video and this guy was talking about what was his name? He was talking about Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass was born a slave, bro, and his slave owner was teaching him how to read. And then when the master caught him, they said, "Don't like why would you teach them how to read? Because if they learn words, they'll start picking up books, and if they start picking up books, they'll learn their worth, and they won't want to work for us." That's what he said. And at 6 years old, bro, Frederick Douglass thought in his mind and said, "If this guy don't want me to read a book that bad, I wonder what's in it." And what did he do? He used to take lessons, like he used to keep trying to read. He would steal food from his masters and go to like the other little white boys, like the poor white boys, and give them the food in exchange for them to teach them how to read. And like if he found like a newspaper on the floor or something, he would pick it up and study those words, like and try to understand it. And it's like, that is the true definition of it don't matter where you come from. Because he literally worked his ass off, saved up his bread, bought his freedom, just for him to take his freedom again. Then he saved up again, bought his freedom, just for him to take it again. Then he saved up and bought his freedom again, just for him to finally be a free man. So it's like, you just gotta keep going. Like, you have to keep going, bro. Like, and he was a slave. He was born a slave, bro. He was born with no rights. Like somebody could have did harmful things to him and they wouldn't have been prosecuted for it. So it's like, if he could come from that and come out shining and gain recognition from the president and the Queen of England, it's like, why can't you do the simple things in your life to become better? You know, why don't you want to read? Why don't you want to be better? Why don't you want to elevate? Why don't you want to take time to yourself instead of being on your phone all day or playing the game all day or worry about things that don't really matter? Why can't you do that? You know? Why can't you do that? And then, you know, once you take steps like that and you start, you know, really focusing on your life and focusing on the outcome of your life, you know, like, everything will be better. And it's not always gonna be perfect. You know, you always gonna have problems, you always gonna have trials, you always gonna have tribulations, but at the same time, it's about how you handle yourself, bro. For me, I done been through a lot. I done been through so much, bro. And a lot of people probably will look at my life and feel like, oh, I want to be like him. Oh, you know, he's handsome. Oh, he might dress good. Oh, you know, he gets girls, things like that. But it's like, people don't know what I've been through. Just because, you know, who I am on the outside doesn't mean that I ain't been through trials and tribulations. And it's the same thing with you. So for me, if I could go through things and come out strong, you can too, bro. You definitely can. Because I believe in you. If nobody else gonna tell you they believe in you, I believe in you. And I don't even know you. So if I could tell you that I believe in you and I don't know who you are, you could believe in yourself. Literally. You can create self-belief. Doubt is taught. Doubt is not something that you're born with. It's not something that you get as a, like a what's it called? Like when you born with a disease or something, you can't be born with doubt. Like, it's not something that you get. It's something that's taught. You know, people teach you to be doubtful in your life so that you can't reach your maximum potential. You know, they'll tell you, oh, don't get that car. Oh, don't try to get that job. That's too much. Oh, settle for this. You know, settle for that. Like I done had people tell me to settle, bro. Settle for something that I know I'm not okay with. Something that I know that I don't want to settle for. So why would I settle? Why would I give up what I have? Why would I give up the motivation that I have? For what? For what? For what? What am I doing that for? So I could not get nowhere in life? So I could say I didn't try myself? So I could say I gave up? I don't want to give up, bro. I never want to give up. I'ma always grind until I die, bro. I'ma always grind. Always. Because it's a damn bird flying at me. But yeah, I'ma always grind, because for me, I got something to prove, bro. And it's not even on some like, I gotta prove something to you. I gotta prove something to myself. I gotta prove to myself that I can make it happen. Even though I know I can make it happen. but I still gotta prove it. I still gotta make it happen. So you need to do the same thing for yourself. Lock in for yourself. Don't lock in for other people. Don't do something because somebody else tell you to do it or somebody else encourage you to do it. Do it for yourself. Do things that you want to see a genuine outcome out of. Don't do things because people tell you to do it. Because when you do something that you want to do and you put your all into it because you know you passionate about it, and then you get the outcome that you want, that's 10 times better. That's 10 times better than you accomplishing something for somebody else. That's like people forcing their kids to go to college and stuff like that. It's like you don't know what that person want to do with their life. You don't know if that person want to go to college. You don't know what that person want to do, and you just trying to fixate their life on how you wanted to live your life. No, we ain't doing none of that. Can't nobody encourage my decisions. You know, you could give your input, and I'll take it into consideration, or I'll see how I can incorporate it in my life. But at the end of the day, the decision that I make final is mine. So you gotta be the same way. You gotta treat yourself good, and you gotta love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, ain't nobody gonna love you. Streets don't love you. Girls don't love you. Friends don't love you. And sometimes your family don't love you. So love God and love yourself and love who you are. Appreciate who you are. Appreciate that you have life. Appreciate that you have everything you got. Some people ain't even wake up today. Some people ain't get a chance to be grateful for what they have today. You feel me? So take that into consideration. You know, if you're having a bad day, but you're healthy, you know, you have a job, even though it might not be the best, you got income, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate it and take it with gratitude, bro. And thank God. Thank God for everything, because God is amazing. I'm walking past a church right now. God is amazing. He works miracles. So the minute he sees that you're believing, and the minute he sees that you're trusting the process, and you're loving yourself, and you're loving him, and you're living by him, he's going to change your life. And, you know, that's it. So, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like it if you do. If you don't, it's cool. But I'll see you in the next video. Peace.